Hey everybody, this is not going to be one of my yard tour videos. This is actually going to be a thinking out loud video. I'm going to get some feedback from some people, hopefully throw some ideas out there and get some other people's opinions on setting up a summer tub. I've never done a summer tub before, so I'm not exactly sure what I want to do yet. I don't know if I want to do just a freestanding sort of stagnant tub with no filtration or anything, or do I want to do something a little more elaborate, a little larger, put a filter in it, maybe put an air stone. I don't know. But my first option is simply to put a freestanding tub right here. I've got electricity right there. If I wanted to, I could run an air stone to it. I could keep it really, really simple. And since it's my, first cat out of the bag, I've never done this before, I kind of thought maybe doing a really simple setup right there would be a good way to ease myself into it. Now, what I've always fantasized about ever since we moved out here, I have always dreamed of having a fairly large pond right here in this sort of nook at the bottom of the hill, and then have the fountainhead up here at the top, and then just have water sort of flowing down here and doing a series of falls over each cascade, and then ultimately come down and flow into the pond at the bottom. And if you're familiar with my waterfall tank in the basement, you can kind of see where I've gone for a sort of miniaturized, scaled down version of that same sort of feel. But that's a long way off. I'd have to run electricity underground out to it. I'd have to put a very significant pump on it to create, that much flow. It would have to be a fairly deep pond. I'd have to winterize it and all that kind of stuff. So that would be more like a pond. And I don't think I'm ready for all of that just yet. You can tell we are in full-blown springtime right now, so we can have a little look around the yard as we are walking around, tossing these ideas around. So my wife had suggested possibly putting something down here near the Bilko door areas. I do have electricity within the Bilko doors, and I could run a line out through there easy enough and just run some electricity. I just don't know where I would set anything down at this end. Everything's already sort of garden beds and sidewalk and that sort of stuff. I guess there is the top of this, but that's not level at all, and it would look weird having just a tub of water sitting on top of that. So that's not really an option. Ooh, wow, that all white daffodil down there looks amazing. Let's see if we can zoom in on that real quick. That's fantastic. So my thought this morning was, as I came out here, up here in this corner, it's sort of like a little nothing, no man's, like we never do anything back in this corner. You can see the leaves just collect and pile up. There's a bunch of old sticks and stuff back here. But I do have electricity in my shed, and it would not be difficult to run a line out of there, and I could dig a pond in right here and do something simple. I wouldn't have to have a waterfall or any of that kind of stuff. I could have just a simple, fairly shallow pond with either an air stone or a little fountain pump on it or something like that, just to move some water around. And so those are my three options that I've come up with so far. I've not run any of this by the wife yet. I did mention it the other day. She didn't sound too enthusiastic about it. So remember, this is still just sort of thinking out loud, tossing some ideas around. It's just such a beautiful day. I want to get out here and do some sort of outdoorsy yard project, and that is what came to mind today. So I think I might run over Home Depot and just have a look at some of their tubs and some of their fountain pumps and see how much everything costs, and just start getting an idea of what I might be able to work with here at some point. So there you go. Again, I'd like to hear your thoughts and your 2 cents on what you think I should do and where I should do it. My main concern at this point, you can see where I set my kayak up when I had it painted, but my main concern at this point is I'm still not sure whether I want to do a stagnant tub, or do I want to have a tub with a filter pump or air stone or something, some kind of circulation, or do I want to just go with stagnant? Now, if I go with stagnant, I know I'll have to go with shallow water. I'll have to get a sort of a low, flat design and keep it within, maybe 10 inches deep. If I get a taller, deeper tub than that, I'll have to have some kind of water circulation in it, just to keep the water fully aerated all the way down to the bottom. So that's a consideration that's going to be based on, you know, the size of the tub I get. So anyway, give me your 2 cents. I'd like to hear what you have to say. Thanks for watching this one. See you real soon in the next one.